Good evening and welcome to SUNY Downstate Health Science University. My name is Efikona Neware, and I'm the chair of the Occupational Therapy program. I have the distinct honor to present to you 13 students from the class of 2024 in recognition of their academic excellence. These students rank at the top of their class, achieving a cumulative GPA of 3.7 or above over the 5 semesters they've been in the program. As we all strive towards our ambitions and seek to fulfill our commitments, we are taking time this evening to pause and recognize, and later on eat and drink to, the outstanding academic achievements of these students who we are here for as they are inducted into the Alpha Kappa chapter of Pi Theta Epsilon, the National Honor Society of Occupational Therapy. As such, it is my pleasure to be here with you all, students, families, friends, esteemed guests. We're honored tonight to be joined by the Dean of the School of Health Professions, Dr. Alan Lewis. I'm also humbled to represent the occupational therapy faculty, whose devotion as educators also calls for our recognition. We're joined here tonight by Dr. Jasmine Thomas, Dr. Dawn Tribble, and of course on faculty is Dr. Crystal Brewington, Dr. Tashora Brown, Dr. Vikram Pakpatan, Dr. Nancy Klein, and Professor Richard Sable. Least I forget someone who's behind the scenes and very visible efforts keeps this engine running, and that is Miss Alethea. Also, I'm happy to say and thank our first-year students, Anna Todd, Alyssa Salbert, Faith Cantillo, Habiba Shafa, and Jamie Siegert, all for your creativity and diligence as work-study students. Please give them a hand. The Occupational Therapy program has a long tradition of developing skilled occupational therapists who go on to be excellent clinicians, educators, scholars, and advocates. You are part of this legacy. Let's also thank your parents and family members for their support of your ambitions. We want you to be a part of this continuation of this legacy and ensuring that we remain at the forefront of excellence in occupational therapy education. Your gifts will make a tangible difference in the education and experience provided to current and future occupational therapy students. On Friday, April 19th, these students, along with the rest of their cohort, will be honored in a white coat ceremony to celebrate the completion of coursework right before they go out into level 2 fieldwork. Your support will help us recognize these hardworking students and hardworking and talented students in occupational therapy. So parents, family members, I invite you to donate to the Occupational Therapy Program Fund by scanning this QR code to visit our secure online giving page. Be sure to choose 9294 Occupational Therapy Program Fund from the drop-down menu to consider one of the contribution circles. I'd like to think of tonight as a special journey in the night of I like to think of tonight as a special night in the educational journey of these bright students. To acknowledge the talent and industriousness within this room and to feel optimism for how they will very soon make use of these attributes and provide skilled, high quality, and compassionate care as occupational therapists to families, patients, and the community. I stand before you this evening to shine a light on your academic achievements. Semester by semester, you have all shown a steadfast commitment to meet every benchmark in the program. That is, to complete every assignment, discussion board, exam, all with wit and shrewdness. You studied every muscle origin, insertion, and innervation so thoroughly that I'm sure you were reciting it in your dreams. You also have been very deliberate in learning about developmental stages and milestones so that you can understand human behavior and occupational engagement and practice applying it with your peers and out on fieldwork. From what you assess to how you intervene, you have accepted every academic challenge on this journey and you've excelled in it, all while juggling your own personal, family, and work responsibilities. I think that deserves some applause, actually. You continue to prioritize your studies and your professional development because of the genuine desire to use occupation as a therapeutic medium to promote health and transform lives. You have shown great flexibility and adaptability through these times of constant change so that you can help your clients learn how to adapt and to injury or illness or a disabling environment. It's been a real pleasure watching you all adopt the values of the profession and stretch your capacity to provide meaningful, client-centered care. Although I've been in higher education for about 10 years, my time here at Downstate was just after you started. We have grown together. I'm thankful for the opportunity to have learned a great deal from you. Yes, there's more work to be done. Midterms are coming up. You have treatment plans to prepare for on Wednesday. Level 2 fieldwork is a few short months away. But still, tonight, let's pause for a bit and acknowledge you, your families, and all that was necessary for you to be here in this moment, step by step, ever closer to becoming an occupational therapist. So tonight, we have a very special guest who will be offering what I'm sure will be very inspiring and motivating remarks to start off the evening. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you 2023 graduate and Pi Theta Epsilon member, Jane Sato.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. I'm just gonna lower this a little bit shorter. Okay. Class of 2024, I just want you to take this moment and really savor it because I don't know about you, but the school year and the whole academic process just feels like a daze. So just take this moment and just take a big breath. And I just want to thank all of your family, your esteemed faculty, your cheerleaders, your friends, and just take a moment to acknowledge all of the hard academic work you put into this. It's a big deal. Congratulations. So I'm Jane, a third year, and I'm the 2023 SUNY Chancellor Award winner and the 2023 Future Scientist Award winner, and I implore you to take all of your academic success and really think about contributing to research, contributing your voice to this field, because we really, really need it, okay? The thing about SUNY is that really attracted me was its diversity and inclusion, and I think once you get out in that world, you realize how much value each personal voice and story can bring. So I hope this inspires you to bring it. This yellow cord that you're donning today, it isn't just a symbol of professionalism, it's a symbol of excellence, because of all that work, all those late, tireless hours, and the impact that you will make on the lives of your clients. Symbols, they hold immense significance in our society, representing values, beliefs, and aspirations. They possess the power to unify communities, to inspire action, and to evoke profound emotions. This ceremony signifies all of your academic excellence and the weight of the privilege to care for others, and represents the trust that people put into OT. It's a commitment of holding high standards to your clinical excellence and also to your ethical conduct. I'd like to thank Professor Tribble for my very strong ethical conduct. And my last CI actually told me, wow, you SUNY people really holding on to your ethics. So look around you at your classmates, and you'll see your future coworkers, your future support. And I know we're all stressed about fieldwork, right? But remember, this is gonna be a fun experience. It's not about right or wrong. It's really about putting yourself in it, understanding the field in a way that you didn't. You aren't just there for therapy. You're a source of hope, a catalyst for change, and a compassionate ally to those who couldn't imagine it before. These yellow cords, they're a symbol of accomplishment and really the bedrock of trust and empathy for others. I'd like to think about that flame as your passion and drive for OT, because I know that, that entry essay we write, I literally was like, I just want to write that I want to help others, but I know there's a lot more to each and your every story. So soon, the training wheels are going to get kicked off. I know you have a midterm to study for, but fieldwork is where that textbook knowledge meets the unpredictable real-world scenarios, something that you couldn't imagine written out with an A, B, or C answer. You'll have funny stories and memorable moments that will inform your treatment style. Before this, I was a modern dancer, and I ran an HR and wellness team, but I truly feel that this work is my calling. It's not about just the numbers for me. It's about seeing that light in someone's eyes in front of me. I hope you understand the stories behind the symptoms and the dreams beyond the diagnoses for your patients. Your superpowers, they're to listen, observe, and connect. Remember to take care of yourself and check in with each other as this year goes by. I know I'm still in contact with all of my cohort. It's a great source of joy, support, and enlightenment as I hear about their experiences in the field. And just know that you have the unwavering support of your faculty, mentors, I see my mentee right here, friends, loved ones. Thank you, all loved ones, for coming. I remember my mom doing a red eye in for this and then not having eaten. So thank you for coming. And I hope you can all enjoy this evening, and may your journey into OT be as enriching as all of the lives that you're going to impact. Congratulations, everyone.
So, each year, the American Occupational Therapy Association and the American Occupational Therapy Foundation identifies high-achieving students with an interest in science and research in the field of occupational therapy. These students are then invited to participate in an in-person research mentorship program at the national conference, which this year is in Orlando. Students are matched with mentors and faculty from established research programs around the nation. I'm proud to share that Downstate will be represented again this year. Marian De La Pena and Sonja Joshi, and we practiced that, didn't we? We practiced that. Sonja Joshi have been selected from a national pool of applicants to be part of this Future Scientists Institute. So Marian, Sonja, please join me on stage. All right. So now we will begin the Pi Theta Epsilon induction ceremony. Faculty. Okay. As faculty advisor for the Alpha Kappa chapter of Pi Theta Epsilon Honor Society, I invite the inductees to stand and be recognized for your academic achievement. By appearing before us, you have signified your desire to become a member of Pi Theta Epsilon. Each of you should understand fully the meaning of its name, the purposes, and its ideal. Pi, the first letter in the Greek word for advancement. Theta is the first letter in the Greek word for therapeutic. Epsilon is the first letter of the Greek word for occupation. Therefore, Pi Theta Epsilon stands for advancement in occupational therapy. The purpose of the Honor Society is to instill the ideal of respect for learning and the commitment to scholarship through one's professional life. By joining, an honor and obligation is conferred upon you. The honor is in recognition of your integrity, your high standards of scholarship, and the promise of your future as one of achievement. Pi Theta Epsilon recognizes and encourages scholastic excellence in occupational therapy students. We look forward to the ways you will contribute to the advancement of the field through contribute to the advancement of the field of occupational therapy through scholarly activities. In becoming a member of this honor society, you have taken upon yourself the obligation to devote your efforts to the advancement of occupational therapy through scholarship and research, and to the maintenance of the high standards of Pi Theta Epsilon. You may be seated, and I'll call you up to the stage individually. Alexandra Bierman. In addition to her high academic achievement, Alexandra is the inter-cohort coordinator of the Student Occupational Therapy Association. And along with another PT inductee, Nava Nugershul, created the Color Cut and Carpal Tunnel program to increase health, safety, and wellness of at-home hairdressers in New York City. Please give her a hand. Yasmin Benyere. In addition to her high academic achievement, Yasmin is an executive board member of our local chapter of COTAD, or the Coalition of Occupational Therapy Advocates for Diversity. She is also a research assistant at Downstate Star Clinic, which focuses on improving healthy living among older adults living with HIV. Jenna Derleth. In addition to her high academic achievement, Jenna is the president of the Student Occupational Therapy Association. She also finds joy in community engagement, working to help those around her while advocating for the occupational therapy profession. She established a universal design class called The Chance to Dance, which is the first of its kind to be offered at a local studio in Staten Island. This effort promotes the inclusion of children living with disabilities by incorporating adaptive measures that are accessible and specifically tailored to meet the needs of all young dancers. Samar Issa. In addition to her high academic achievement, Samar is a peer tutor in her class, offering support for rigorous science and occupational therapy courses to her classmates. Holly Hudgens. In addition to her high academic achievement, Holly makes valuable contributions to the academic community through her role in lecture recording, which supports both her peers and instructors in making lectures available for review and study after class. This next student is not able to be with us tonight, but she sends her regards, and that is Nadine Johnson. In addition to her high academic achievement, Nadine is a fellow in the LEN program, or Leadership Education for Neurodevelopmental Disabilities. This program provides practicing and future practitioners with education and training to improve knowledge and skills in evaluating and treating people with developmental disorders. She is also a 2023 Dolores B. Chandler Scholarship recipient, which is awarded by the New York State Occupational Therapy Black Caucus for academic excellence and outstanding community service. Our next student, yes, yeah, she's gonna watch this, so. Our next student is Sonja Joshi. In addition to her high academic achievement, Sonja is the School of Health Professions representative to the University Council, where she advocates for students' needs and ensures their voices are heard. She is also one of the mentees, as I introduced earlier, for the AOTA-AOTF Institute for Future Scientists. Sonja will be attending this research mentorship program along with Marion in March at the national conference. She hopes to connect with mentors and a network of peers and alumni to further her research and academic goals as it relates to designing and improving curricula for LGBTQIA plus populations. Oh, waiting for you. Our next student is Kariana Krebushevsky. In addition to her high academic achievement, Cariana spends her weekends working for the youth program at the Lighthouse Guild for the blind and visually impaired, leading therapeutic group activities such as yoga, meditation, accessible games, and crafts. She also helps her peers in tutoring and provides study guides for exams. Our next inductee is Eleni Kuzer. In addition to her high academic achievement, Eleni worked on a multi-semester project that looked at how to incorporate sensory integration activities into a preschool classroom. She also collaborates with community volunteer programs to help provide care to children with special needs after school. Our next student is Ada Liu. In addition to her high academic achievement, Ada currently serves as the treasurer of the Student Occupational Therapy Association, demonstrating leadership and financial management and organizational responsibilities. She's also committed to community service that aligns with her identity and cultural roots, particularly in Bensonhurst, where she was raised. Through activity involvement in her community, specifically with the elderly residents in Bensonhurst, she aims to positively impact their lives. She is passionate about continuing her efforts in the profession, aspiring to make meaningful contributions to both her community and the occupational therapy field. Our next inductee is Aruba Mansour. In addition to her high academic achievement, Aruba, along with her classmates Segda Ramadan and Mahira Ghanem, developed a social-emotional learning project titled Empowering Hearts and Minds. They identified a critical need for enhancing social and emotional support at ICSI, Anara Academy. They aim to create positive and enhanced learning environments for academic and personal growth within the South Shore community. Next up is Nava Nugosha. In addition to her high academic achievement, Nava participated in creating and disseminating an exploratory survey to a large population of occupational therapy practitioners to examine the occupational therapist's competency in addressing early literacy development. And along with Alexandra Bierman, she created the Color Cut Carpal Tunnel program to promote health, safety, and wellness of hairdressers in NYC. Our next inductee is Segda Ramadan. In addition to her high academic achievement, Segda is the vice president of our local chapter of COTAD, or the Coalition of Occupational Therapy Advocates for Diversity. In this position, she led several Celebrate and Learn events aimed at fostering cultural diversity within our occupational therapy community. She's also active in community service as a volunteer at events such as our health fair and our Backpack Awareness Day at a local elementary and middle schools. Each of you have excelled in your requirements in your occupational therapy education. However, the real education is just beginning. The application and broadening of your professional knowledge, testing your interest and diligence in your work. You are challenged today and every coming day to go beyond the minimum requirements and to continue to learn for the knowledge and growth it brings, and to help others meet their needs to the best of their abilities. Excellence in purpose and scholarship is the key to opportunity and carries with it vast rewards to yourselves and others. This honor society, Pi Theta Epsilon, challenges you for excellence. Will you all please join me in repeating the Pi Theta Epsilon pledge? You may stand, actually. Aware of the high calling of the scholar, and the great opportunity of service through occupational therapy. Here's where you'll say your name. I hereby pledge my efforts to further the purposes of occupational therapy and uphold the ideal of Pi Theta Epsilon.
Hereby pledge my efforts to further the purposes of occupational therapy to uphold the ideal of Pi Theta Epsilon.
And to prove to myself a worthy member of this honor society.
And to prove myself a worthy member of this honor society.
Your candles represent the light of knowledge and the warmth you will impart by sharing your knowledge with others. You are a beacon of knowledge, and your brilliance will radiate. As members of Pi Theta Epsilon Alpha Kappa chapter, I ask you to carry this light with you in your career as occupational therapist. You have repeated the words of a pledge. The honor is held within you. You can carelessly toss it aside, or you can make it a meaningful part of your studies and outside activities. What you decide will influence the other members of your honor society and others outside of the honor society. It becomes then your responsibility to integrate the pledge as you have taken and fulfill the goals as you are able. In this way, the integrity of this organization, members past and present, and the occupational therapy community itself will be strengthened and maintained. Congratulations. You may be seated. Well, actually, I would say that concludes the events for the evening. And you may proceed out. Families, guests, let them proceed out this way. And I invite everyone to join us for some refreshments just down the hall in the special functions room. It'll be great to mingle and meet each and every one of you. And before you go, or at some point tonight, I hope you do consider donating to the Occupational Therapy Program Fund. This fund will help us continue to provide excellent occupational therapy education to students now and in the future. Thank you and have a good night.